Welcome back, everyone. Sergeant Nicholas Boes is with us today from the Lima Highway Patrol Post. We're talking about something called the 100 Deadliest Days. We're in that period now. Memorial Day is past. Explain, first of all, what that is.
Okay, so essentially in that 100 Deadliest Days, it's from Memorial Day to Labor Day. During that time period, we experience an increased traffic flow during the summer. And during that time, we kind of looked at statistics of what's causing these crashes, and it has to do with speeds, distracted driving, impaired driving, and people not wearing their seatbelts.
It's the same stuff that you've dealt with year after year, right?
It is.
Yeah.
It is. Especially not only people speeding, but driving well above 20+ mile per hour over the speed limit.
What is there? There's this common phenomenon where you'll be driving down whatever it is, 70, 75, 224, whatever the highway, and somebody in front of you is speeding, someone's behind you is speeding. Do people just get caught up in that? Wow, the whole traffic flow here is going, 15 miles over the speed limit. Is that something that you see?
I mean, at times, yes. But at the end of the day, each driver is responsible for their own vehicle. And so while they can use that as a reason and they can try to justify it, they're still driving well above the posted speed limit.
Yeah, and we think about the heavier volumes of traffic this time of year. When you think of distracted driving, is it people on vacation, that kind of thing, or is there just a myriad of things that are causing the problem?
It's a myriad of things. People on vacation, yes, they're constantly trying to look at their phones. They're getting lost.
Yeah.
They're trying to stop, grab something to eat from the fast food and eat along their way. Some people are trying to text their friends, let them know, hey, they'll be there shortly, and they run a little behind. So it's a lot of things with that.
Should you set ground rules? Because I heard this from somebody else. So you don't text, you don't get on your phone. When I get in the car, I throw my phone in the back seat. Is there things like that, or you just vow I'm not going to eat in the car? Are there things I'm going to turn down the radio? Should you maybe set your own ground rules for yourself? And if you've got a teenage driver, maybe them too?
I think that's the best thing a person could do, is set their own ground rules. Just make it a point to not raise that phone while you're driving down the road. I mean, whether it be just leave it sit in the center console, whether put in a glove box or your purse or wherever. The goal should be not to touch it and just focus on your driving. If you're using your phone as a GPS, have it mounted and use it that way. That's a safer way to do it, rather than having it in your hand, looking down at your hand. That's taking your eyes off the roadway. Whereas if you have it mounted up near the dash, near the windshield, then you're still able to see out in front of you.
Because if you've talked about this before, if you take your eyes off the road for a second or two, you've gone a pretty good, decent distance, haven't you?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you're doing 70 mile per hour, you take your eyes off the road for 2-3 seconds, you potentially went up the road 100 feet.
Right. If for you guys at the Highway Patrol, does this mean different enforcement? Do you know you're going to have larger volumes of people that you might have to do things as far as patrols, that kind of thing? Oh,
yeah. We know this in the years of experience that we have in dealing with it, the 100 Deadliest Days of summer. We look for an increased enforcements during this time period. This 100 days accounts for, I want to say it's approximately a third of our fatal crashes annually in just that 100-day time period.
Yeah, the other thing you talked about too, we think of distracted driving, we also think about sober driving. I should focus on that, but this is that time of year, parties and get-togethers and that kind of thing. Does that increase as well, drinking and driving?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Our OVI enforcement goes up a lot during this time period.
Yeah, I know you guys do the DUI enforcement, like the sobriety checkpoints, and we'll see. We've already seen a few of those pop up, right?
Absolutely. Actually, we have one coming up on June 10th here.
Yeah. Okay. For any last words that you would give people, just buckle up, don't speed, pay attention, those kind of things. What are the key things they need to remember?
Absolutely. Always wear your safety belt, always. If you're driving a motorcycle during the summer here, make sure you're wearing some proper protective equipment. Don't speed, and then always drive sober.
All right. Good advice. Thanks, Sergeant. Appreciate it. It's good seeing you. Don't go away. Medical news coming up next on Noon Edition.